The Vlakfontein community is clashing with police after charges against murder accuser Fita Kuphe were withdrawn. The State Capture Commission is now hearing the testimony of Shiwa Mazibuko from the South African Reserve Bank. Zukiswa Ramasiya will take over as the acting Chief Executive Officer of the ailing South African Airways. And in Phalaborwa today, residents are warned of 14 lions that have escaped from the Khupe National Park. This is Newsroom Africa, Channel 405, and we begin with your latest news here on Newsfeed, the PM edition. Vlakfontein residents are up in arms after charges against Fita Kuphe were withdrawn. The 61-year-old was the sole suspect in the bludgeoning to death of 7 family members from Vlakfontein, south of Johannesburg. Khupe, who lived in the house while the bodies decomposed, claimed he was unaware that the deceased were missing. He was charged with the murder alongside a 27-year-old co-accused, Ernest Mabaso, who died in police custody. Vlakfontein residents voiced their distrust in the justice system.
Because from the first day, when the recover, Ubabu Fita Kuphe na lophume namhlanje bekekhona besingam-attacker sumphakathi senze whatever, but it happened ukuthi asilekelele emaphoyiseni singasithatheli umthetho ngezandla. The very same justice lesifelayo today sebethi abambona necala. So le nto isiphathe kabi abantu abafila kufanga izinja lapha kufa abantu 7 people yonke kodwa kuthulekile and bambonanga nacala.
Earlier, we spoke to Gauteng NPA spokesperson Pindim Jonondwane on why charges were withdrawn against Fita Kuphe. But on the ground for us this afternoon is our reporter Sipa Kema. Sipa, Vlakfontein residents up in arms still. What is the situation like? Quite tense, we saw a little bit earlier on.
Good afternoon to you, Thabo. Well, right now the situation has escalated with more members of the community joining the protest and of course JMPD as well. We saw heavy police presence, but right now something we saw, we just saw a scuffle between the community members as well as the police, and we've just seen that some of the police now have started to bring out rubber bullet firearms, I guess, to start firing at the community. So situation has really escalated. Emotions are really high from the community as they seek justice for the 7 killings from the Khoza family.
Behind you there, Sipa, is a black smoke. Do you have any idea what is burning, and if indeed there are any other properties or establishments that have been burned or that have been vandalized at this point?
No, they've just been burning tires. As you can see, let me just show you that some of the tires that they've been getting tires actually from truck drivers who are passing by. They drop off the tires for the community, and this is where the struggle starts with the community, between the community and the police. The police are trying to remove the tires away from the streets and the roads, but the community gets new tires and burns them up. So, but there hasn't been any property damage so far. It's just that traffic has stopped on the R553 here to Vanderbijl Park as the community has literally shut down the road.
I see some children there in the background as well, Sipa, which is quite disturbing. Anybody claiming responsibility for this shutdown? And are there any arrests at this particular point that we know of?
Well, one of the ladies we spoke to, who is also a community member, she's one of the leaders and organizers of this shutdown. She's very close to the Khoza family, and I mean, the entire family is up in arms about this. Now, the children that you mentioned are now running away. They're being told to actually move and leave the scene. They keep coming back though, but just to answer your earlier question, is that no, Tembani Sangweni, one of the community leaders, she is one of the leaders of this protest because, as you know, Thabo, they were meant to go to court on the 13th of June, but they were all surprised today to find out that the NPA actually went into court today and they withdrew the case against Fita Kuphe.
So then the community unhappy about the decision of the NPA to withdraw these charges. What do they want the NPA to do?
Well, they're calling for justice, Thabo. They're saying that if if the charges are withdrawn, that means he is a free man. They also are rather confused about the lack of evidence that the NPA is claiming to have. Well, they're saying that they don't have any evidence to prosecute Khupe, and this really is confusing to the community. They're saying that Khupe was there when they discovered these bodies, and these bodies were discovered in his bedroom. So therefore they do not understand how then. Okay, just to quickly interrupt that, Thabo, the councillor is here. The councillor is here. The ward councillor for Vlakfontein Community has arrived. He is here in solidarity with. Now, councillor, we see what's happening today in your ward. As a councillor, what do you have to say? What support are you giving your community?
I think it's a matter of frustration. People are frustrated as to what happened this morning. We're not actually expecting anything to actually happen at this moment. But again, I think it's a matter of trying to convene our communities, trying to make them understand that we're not going to let this go. We're trying to engage the authorities of the law. Yes.
And now, as of course the councillor, which is the community leader of this ward, what are you going to be doing about what your community is crying about, where they're saying that they have suffered injustice in the hands of the NPA?
I know, and we're going to engage as a community. And, you know, we must remember this case made the headlines. Everybody is much aware of what happened in Vlakfontein. I think we need to be assisted by the bigger community of South Africa to make sure that justice is being achieved in this matter.
Okay, thank you so much. That is the councillor of this ward here in Vlakfontein Community. He just arrived and we just caught him by surprise as well, saying that he's going to come and talk to the community to find a way forward.
That's Fita Kuphe. She's out in Vlakfontein. That is where, as you can see, the community not happy with the decision taken by the NPA to drop the charges against the